Rod212 here with my latest haul video. This is going to be a review of 2016 and what I consider the best pickups that I made throughout the year. 2016 was a really good year for me as far as collecting comic books and life in general, but really good year collecting comics. Got to meet and hook up with the New York Warriors for the first time that year, and then we continued that on New York Comic Con, and we just converse all the time. So it made going to conventions more fun than it's ever been before, and just collecting in general. If we find anything out, any tidbits or informations, we always reach out to each other. And that's what the community is about. You know, then you just have a bunch of other guys on these communities that you got friendly with, and I'll show you one right now. Like this right here is Wolverine, the best there is. This is the Gabriel Dell'Otto variant edition, and I was looking for this book for a long time, and Archangel had it and gave me a really good price on it. And he's one of the guys I talk about on YouTube. I mean, he's the variant king. That guy has every elite variant. If not, he's hunting for it. So if you don't watch his channel, give him a peep and check out his channel. But I mean, this rendition of Wolverine is probably one of my favorite. And I was super happy to get that. Another book I picked up, and thanks up to my boy Manny NYC, because he's the one that pointed this out to me. We were at New York Comic Con, and he told me about these convention exclusives they had there. These were one per person per day, and these are the Reborn sketch variants. If you haven't read this storyline, it's actually a really good storyline. Being that I had a 4-day pass, 2 of the 4 days I went, and I got 2 copies. So super happy to have these. Really nice book, and a lot of room to grow on that book. As most of you watch my channel regularly, will know I'm a huge Miles Morales fan. So when I got the opportunity to buy the Comics Pro variant for Spider-Man #1 in his newest ongoing series, super happy to get this. This was given out at it's a retailers only. It's a retail only exclusive, and I was able to pick this up for a decent price. Going with my modern variant, you had to have this one. I was really glad to get that. Really nice. Has just one small tick, but these books are tough to get high grade. I'm hoping that that'll press out, but I don't think. I think that's probably like a 9.6. But that's the San Diego Comic Con DC Rebirth Jim Lee variant for Batman. And then the last variant that I was super happy to pick up this year, and it was one of my more recent acquisitions, was this. It's the Gerald Perel variant for X-23. It's Wolverine's #3. One of the better, or shall I say, pricier X-23 variants that are out in the market right now. Besides the Dell'Otto, which is just, I mean, through the stratosphere. This is another one to pick up. It's one of her earlier ones. Nice variant to pick up. Show you this here. It's Adventure Comics #260. Significance of this book. Really, this is a low-grade book, but I was really happy to get it. It's the origin of Aquaman. It's the backstory on this. So, if you don't know the number and if you don't know the history on this book, you wouldn't know it by just looking at the cover. But, nice addition to the collection. I was happy. Went to Zap Comics for their Black Friday sale, and I got this. I got this at a really good price, half price. I think I only paid like $30 for that. That's Batman 635, first appearance of the Red Hood. Also picked this up throughout the year. I just got this. This is probably my last big acquisition. I don't think I've showed this in any of my videos, but shout out to my boy Vince, Simplified Comic Guy. He had this and gave me a really good deal. Vince and I talk a lot, and chat about comics and prices and stuff like that. And guy's always got great books, and he's willing to part with them sometimes, and he does the right thing. So if you haven't followed his channel, take a look at his channel too. We all met at when I say we, but myself, Marky, Biggie's, Manny NYC, Celos, Mike Seif, a bunch of us met up at Big Apple Convention in New York, and I picked this book up there at that time. I'm hot on this book. It's a book with all the characters that are coming out now, and Iron Fist and everything else. If that takes off and goes well, Shang-Chi's another book that could take off. I'm so into that book that I actually picked up 2 of them this year. So, also at that convention, I got to meet Jimmy C. I had an early admission pass, And I went out there and was scouring everything, and there was a guy scooping up a bunch of books, and when I heard his voice, I recognized it from the channel. I managed to scoop this up for a pretty good price, and Jimmy C was at the booth, and we wound up, I introduced myself, we started talking, and you know, another guy that Duty's community I talk to on a regular basis. You know? Well, what more can I say about Jack Kirby, but Forever People #1, you know? All of this is coming to fruition now, you know, so many years later, and his work is still influencing movies and everything else. It's amazing to me. Picked this up at New York Comic Con this year. Silver Surfer number 3. First appearance of Mephisto. With everything that's going on, Mephisto might be a bad guy somewhere along in the Marvel, you know, movie universe. Another one that I was really happy to pick up was this, and that's Flash 135, and that's the first time that Wally West Kid Flash wears the Kid Flash uniform that everyone grew accustomed throughout Teen Titans and everything else. This is another book I picked up at Big Apple that year, and I was really happy to get this. And this is Amazing Spider-Man number 18. Probably like a 506 copy. Significance of this, it's first Ned Leeds. And Ned's going to be right now in the new Spider-Man movie, although he really looks like Gank. It's Ned Leeds, as they're saying, and everybody knows he becomes the first Hobgoblin. So, you know, nice book. This one I got off of Instagram from a seller there. Happy with the condition on this. Probably a 4.0, but I'm trying to get all the major villains for Amazing Spider-Man. I'm actually trying to do my run of Amazing Spider-Man, the first volume. That's the set I'm working on now. That and my X-Men set, which I'm almost complete with. And Amazing Spider-Man number 15, first appearance of Kraven the Hunter. Another first appearance I picked up. Happy with that. Amazing Spider-Man number 41, first Rhino. Picked this off of Dale Roberts' annual sale on the CGC forums. And that's Flash number 119, just a high grade 10-cent issue, you know. That's the first Silver Age hero. So one of his earlier works. Walked into my LCS one day, and this is what I love about going there. I go there at least 2 to 3 times a week just to see if they've got anything new. Bullshit with the guys in there, you know, hang out. Tomb of Dracula number 1. Not a near mid copy, but a good grade copy. And this book I get only because of Jimmy C. Daredevil 131. We were at the big East Coast Comic Con, and ran into Jimmy. We were bullshitting, and I was trying to negotiate with a kid there, and I got the Jimmy C deal on this. He came over and just started talking to the kid, and it's amazing how this guy works. He got this book reduced almost $50 for me, so I was really happy with that. That's Daredevil 131. Book needs a pressing on the back, but other than that, it presents pretty well. Probably like an 8.0. Picked this up, New York Comic Con, a book I've been hot and heavy over. It's Brother Voodoo. Anybody who saw Doctor Strange movie saw that Brother Voodoo's brother becomes deceased in that movie. So I feel he's going to be somewhere along the line with all of this mysticism and magic coming out. You know, Brother Voodoo's bound to appear in the movies. From that Dale Roberts sales thread last year also, picked this up, and that's Strange Adventures number 205, first appearance of Deadman. Just a book that's really picked up a lot of steam this year with the Justice League Dark, and just, you know, this is a really nice book. High grade, at least an 8.0. You know, another book I picked up this year off the CGC forums, Marvel Superheroes featuring Captain Marvel, issue number 12. This is the first appearance of Captain Marvel. You know, the Kree with his old costume, which I didn't care for, and I think he wears that for like the first 15-20 issues. Got this off the CGC forums for a really good deal. Had to point out some defects to the owner once I received the book that weren't described, and those are the things that, you know, when you buy off of Instagram and everything else, make sure that you get plenty of pictures and see all the pictures and things you want to see, because sometimes there's a defect there that you might not, it might make you not want to buy that book. That wasn't the case with this, but I'm so happy to have this in my collection. That's Silver Surfer #1. Another book I was super stoked to pick up. Superman's ex-pal, Jimmy Olsen, #134. First appearance of Darkseid. Picked this up at New York Comic Con also. Really happy to have this. Submariner, #1. Coming back into the fold. They're bringing him back to life. So all you Aquaman heads, watch out, because this is the real Prince of Atlantis here. Yeah, Marky, we're talking to you. But to give Aquaman a little love, we'll put this in here. I bought this off of eBay beginning of last year. And happy I did, because this book is starting to see some growth now with the announcement that the Ocean Master is going to be part of the movie. And this is Aquaman #29, First Ocean Master. Book I was waiting to get for a long time, just needed to get the right deal. Finally was able to pull the trigger. Is this. I just love this. This is Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos #13 with an appearance by Captain America. Iconic Kirby cover with Cap and Bucky, Dum Dum Dugan, and the rest of the Howling Commandos. You see Gabe in the back blowing his horn, and Sergeant Fury before he becomes, Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Again, this is why I keep saying, shout outs to the community. I would never have known that this book was for sale if it wasn't for Amazing Murphinator. He had found a guy who was selling books on eBay, and it looked like the person was not a comic collector, shall we say. They must have come across, and they were selling these books because they didn't have a lot of followings or anything like that. I was able to get this book probably for about $100, $150 under the cost of what it was. I would say about $100. It's not a perfect copy. It's got a full crease going down the side, but this is first appearance of the Inhumans. A key book for any Fantastic Four fan, or any Marvel or superhero fan. Inhumans are going to be getting their own television series now, with the premiere that's going to be shown in the theaters. I'm looking forward to it, especially when they're going to do the original Royal Family. You'll get Karnak in there, and Gorgon, Triton, Medusa, Black Bolt. I mean, it just goes on and on. You'll get. Hopefully, we'll see something where Crystal comes along. And the one I'm really excited, I would love to see if they do Lockjaw with his teleportation. So, again, thanks to Amazing Murphinator for that, because I wouldn't have had that book without him. This one here, X-Men #3, first appearance of the Blob. Super happy to get this. I got this at Big Apple also. This book here had a page that was bent on the inside, and a couple other small defects, and I was able to get the guy down another $50 just by pointing those things out. So make sure, and most of you guys know that, but when you're purchasing books at these shows and conventions, ask to see the book. Make sure you take a page count. Go through that whole book completely. Don't just go off the cover. Make sure that back cover is intact and everything is good on that back cover. All pages there. Staples aren't rusted or anything like that. You can get caught out there sometimes. I'm not saying those, that vendors are shady, but everybody sometimes is out to make a buck. And then again, Jimmy C told me about this book at East Coast as soon as I was walking in. Zap Comics was selling this, and I got this for, I think, $50 more, less than what they were negotiating for, so I was happy. Amazing Spider-Man #13. That's the first appearance of Mysterio. And the last of my books that I picked up that aren't slabs, I just got a couple slabs I want to show you guys too, is this. That's Invincible Iron Man #55. Everybody knows what that is. First appearance of Thanos. Enough said. It's a low grade, probably like a 3.0, but got this at my LCS for a great deal. I couldn't believe it sat on their wall for a couple of days and nobody picked it up. I just happened to wander in, and guy gave me a great deal on it. Couldn't pass it up. Had to take it. I'll show you a couple slabs. These were books that I picked up throughout the year that I sent out to CGC and got done, and very happy to get that. And we have this here, and this is Amazing Spider-Man #122. I bought this off the CGC forums for about an 8.0 and got it pressed and slabbed, and it came back, as you can see, an 8.5. So super happy to get this. This is Death of the Green Goblin. Second slab that I picked up, got this off of Vince, Simplified Comics guy. and that's Batman number 232, first appearance of the Ra's al Ghul, and this is a 7.5. So so stoked to get this book added to my collection. Whenever I can get one of the Batman keys, I always pick them up. These books never depreciate; they'll only go up in value. Another book that I picked off Instagram and got pressed and came back about what I thought it would. I got this dirt cheap. I think I paid $100 for this, 125 tops. This is Iron Fist number 14, first appearance of Sabretooth, and this book came back a 9.0. I also own a 9.6 copy of this. So this book is actually a book that somewhere along the line I'll either trade or sell, when the time is right. And the last book in my pride and joy for the year is this Giant Size X-Men number 1. Picked this up mid-year off the CGC forums. Paid 5.5 prices for that. So if you guys are on GPA, you'll see. And this is what it came back after pressing. I was super stoked. 7.0 for this. I mean, this is mine. It's not leaving my collection until I upgrade and get a better graded copy. But until then, I mean, I cherish this. This is the book of my youth. I grew up on these guys here, and it's what really got me into collecting. The X-Men, more than anything, was the influence into my drive to collect comics, even bringing me back into it with the miniseries and watching the television series when they came back in the 90s. So they'll always be my favorites, no matter what happens, no matter what Marvel does to them. Still the best team in my book. But that's my year in review. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry if it took a little long. I just wanted to show you the best books that I had. It doesn't mean those are the only books I had, but these are the keys that I had. I had 3 or 4 more honorable mentions. I picked up a Tomb of Dracula number 10, and an X-Force number 5, the Venom variant, and I believe it was the Uncanny X-Men number, I think it was 15 or whatever. It's the Venom variant also, which were some key acquisitions that I picked up throughout the year, and also Star Wars number 1. But those books are off getting pressed and graded at this time, so I'm unable to show them if you look back at my other videos. But anyway, I'll probably put out a video this week just showing my highlights for what I'm looking forward to getting in 2017. I knocked off 4 books out of my 10 for 2016, but I always shoot high and try and get some pricey books, so I know I'm not going to get them all. If I could accomplish at least, half or close to half of them, then it's been a successful year. I just want to wish everyone Happy New Year. Much success in 2017 in hunting. This community keeps growing. I just keep seeing some more great YouTubers out there. There's a guy out there, Doom 142, I think it is, or 143. That guy puts out a great channel. Check him out. He's at like 400 subscribers. Triple C's got a great channel out there. Master X Splintered. Just guys I enjoy watching on a regular basis, and it's good because they have a lot of the enthusiasm that sometimes you lose if you're doing these videos continuously. But until my next video, Happy New Year's, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. To all my new subscribers, thank you. And oh yeah, I passed 400 subscribers. Have a good day.